Just about ready to kick off. Teams exchanging pleasantries. Atokwamina, this is what we've been waiting for all afternoon. It's finally here. Both teams ready to kick off. Like the discussions we've had earlier, the Ghanaian team must provide a response to the previous results that we saw in Nigeria. We know it's not going to be easy at Atokwamina. Now teams are ready. Are you ready as they are?
Yes, we are all as ready as they are. I mean, the Ghanaian team have shown if their warm-ups is anything to go by, they are really motivated to fight for some points here today. But the Nigerians also came to play the game as well. It's a game of two. I feel like it will be a game of two halves. In the first half, we will see the Ghanaian team will put up a great fight, but in the end, looking at the weather conditions, fitness will also come to the fore. Fitness will be a very huge factor in this particular game. We stand to see who will stand the test of time and the test of the weather here. The Nigerian side are poised. They look very focused as they walk to the center of the field. We can see the Ghanaian teams, and looking at size, generally you would call the Ghanaians the bigger side. But rugby is not a game of size, you know. It's a game of it's a game of heart. So we can see the Nigerians doing the haka here.
So it is a haka by the Nigerian female national team. So that was a haka there, seeking to put a bit of fear to get themselves ready for the game. We're about to kick off. Ghanaians look unbothered by that. And it is a matter of time until we know who is actually ready and who is actually going to carry the day today. The final series, the final game of this test series. It is test 3 for this game series. Let's quickly go through the lineups again. So for Nigeria, we have Fatih Cynthia Tahiru. Sorry, that's for Ghana. Fatih Cynthia Tahiru, Ivy Millicent, Elizabeth, Jacqueline, Fauzia Rosemary, Gracelove, Sheila, Hilaria, Marceline, Jennifer, Estelle, Eunice, and Belinda. And now for the lineups for the Nigerian team. We do have Blessing, Omude, Samson, Ruth, Bayere, Chioma, August, Achi Elizabeth, Rukayat, Abba, Chinaza, Pedro, Oseni, Imoisi, Jimo, Endurance, Innocence, and Iona Success. Referee Johnson Ayo will blast his whistle for kickoff anytime soon. As we can see, playing from left to right is the Nigerian national team with black jersey, black shorts, white socks. Ghanaian ladies, yellow jersey, black shorts, and then socks in the Ghanaian colors, playing from right to left. The Ghanaian ladies will receive, so they'll have the first possession of the game. Referee Johnson Ayo seems ready. Blows the whistle. And we are underway, ladies and gentlemen. Hilaria Waku is unable to hold on to that. Knocks the ball, first possession. They're unable to hold on to the ball. They've dropped the ball. Certainly not the way they were looking to start the game. Atu, do you have anything to say?
As I mentioned earlier, it is the little mistakes that will undo their prowess here on the field. You look at this Ghanaian team, and like I said, the Nigerians are here to play. And looking at the scoreline in Nigeria, they were able to win both matches 44-0 and then 16-14. It is the little mistakes. You know, you have to get those mistakes out of your game. So losing concentration and allow the ball to bounce, and you are causing a knock-on very close to your danger zone, your red zone. This might come back to haunt you at the end of the match.
This might certainly come back to haunt them at the end of the day. But for now, Nigerians will have the first possession from the scrum. It's in a very good position as well. You could hear the Ghanaian coach issuing out instructions to his team. Rede Kaliba, the head coach for the female national side. Referee Ayo breaks the scrum. It is a penalty to Ghana. Quickly taken. Ivy. Is this a chance for the Ghanaians? She's breaking away. Nobody to stop her. Into the 20-meter zone. It is a try. Ato, what a start to the game. An early mistake. The Nigerians switched off a little bit. They couldn't capitalize on the opportunity. And the Ghanaians, with the first possession, their first possession, real attacking possession, I mean they lost the early one, have got 4 points on the board at all.
Earlier we saw a lot of concentration on the part of the Ghanaians, and we just saw one on the part of the Nigerians, which has caused them dearly. The Ghanaian one could have resulted in a try for the Nigerians, but they were unable to make that particular mistake count. But the Ghanaians, when given the chance, have made that particular possession count, and we saw a marvelous run there, going the length of the field, a gut-busting run there by the Ghanaian player to make that particular mistake by the Nigerians count.
The mistake was punished. They did have a chance at the other side of the field, failing to capitalize on the opportunity. They concede barely seconds after switching off in the scrum. Took too long to get the ball in. And now the Ghanaians lead by 4 points to nothing. It is a chance here for 2 extra points. It's a chance for 2 extra points for the Ghanaians here. Can she convert for the extra 2 points? Yes, she does. 6 points. 6-0. Ghana lead. Early minutes of the game. A dreadful error there, punished. Both sides making some petty mistakes in the early minutes of the game. And then one has been punished early in the day. Let's see how this unfolds. Still early days yet. Crucial response after losing the first 2 games. And now so Cynthia, the try scorer, who got injured in the process, has been taken off. She's been replaced by Lawe. Quite unfortunate there. So the game will restart with the Nigerians kicking to the Ghanaians again. Hills holds on to it this time. She's still going. Referee Johnson Ayo whistles. Yes, illegal ripping of the ball there. Penalty to Ghana. In a situation whereby the ball carrier is tackled by 2 or more players, the ball cannot be stripped off them. And so the reason for that penalty, Hale's looking to get one in, but loses the ball. It is a knock-on. Was a loose ball there after Hill carried the ball into traffic. If you just joined us, the Ghanaians lead 6-0. Cynthia with a busting run to score that beautiful try. The ball quickly out of the scrum by the Nigerians. Some massive hits there as the first tackle of the possession. Referee Ayo whistles. So it is a penalty to the Nigerians. Marcus not square. It's an infringement. She taps the ball quickly. Looking to dance through the Ghanaian defense. Advantage to Nigeria. Referee signals.
He tried to let in on the Ghanaian side because you could clearly see that there was a gaping hole on the left hand side of their defense, and nobody moved. Nobody called for that particular line to drift to that particular side. So then it was a very, very gaping hole, and then the Nigerians took full advantage of that. We've seen some end-to-end stuff here. The Ghanaians have played so far. They've not been bad. They've shown some initiative. They were able to get momentum on their side after scoring the first try, but they were not able to keep that momentum and to use it to the betterment of the team. But we are seeing the Nigerians here, and we can see that they are very focused. They are very tenacious. They have a lot of mental fortitude because to go down playing away and then to come back and to score quickly, and that was a good response for them.
So Nigerians with a response there. Unfortunately, they were unable to convert for extra 2 points. So the scoreline remains 6-4 in favor of Ghana. Ghanaians will restart the game. It's a good kick. The Nigerians were unable to get that ball. And so Mr. Johnson Ayo he's quick to consult his assistant, Chris Dagama, on the far side. The ball bounced in, and the Nigerians were unable to hold on to it. So it is a goal line dropout. They'll have to kick to the Ghanaians. It's a 20-meter kick to the Ghanaians. Ivy looking. The Nigerians quickly collect possession. She's running through. She's away. Can she be stopped? Can she be stopped? No is the answer. And then the Nigerians have the second try of the afternoon. Very quick response. Going down in the early minutes. They are up now 8 points to 6. A very dramatic game here. We're having 8 points to 6. The Nigerians lead. What a way to respond. So going down early in the day. Loss of concentration there by the Ghanaian team. Can she make it 10 points to 6? She does, and it's 10 points to 6. Atukwamna, a lot of mistakes in the opening minutes. Some have been duly punished. And then for the Nigerians playing away from home, going down 6 points to nothing right about in the first 5 minutes, and then coming back with such a response, breaking away when the Ghanaians were supposed to capitalize. What do you make of the drama we are seeing in the first few minutes of the game?
Well, technically, I feel like the Nigerians, they have been able to spot a key weakness in the game of the Ghanaians, and that is the Ghanaians caught ball watching. They are not able to receive. They are not able to hold on to the ball, and they are causing knock-on. So the first opportunity in the very first, I think 3 minutes, we saw the Ghanaians. The very first minute we saw the Ghanaians unable to receive the ball, and it was a knock-on, and it caused some problems for the Ghanaians. But fortunately for them, they were able to capitalize on that in their favor and then get a try. But this time around, we saw that there was a long kick, and the Ghanaian team, again, the fullback was caught ball watching, allowed the ball to bounce once, twice, and then the Nigerians, who have a lot of pace in their team, you look at the Nigerians, and I said about size, they are not really that big, so they will have the speed. So I feel like the Ghanaians want to use the hitting game. The Nigerians will be looking to offload the ball as fast as they can and to use the flanks and to use the kick and chase. So that is what they will be doing throughout this game.
Okay, so it was a penalty to the Nigerians. They looked to kick for touch, but failed to do so. Ghanaians quickly collect the ball. It was a high tackle leading to that kick, that failed kick for touch. So the Ghanaians, as the second tackle of the possession. She's still in possession. Collects good meters for her side. It's their third tackle. It takes them just about the midfield area. They are now into the Nigerian half with a fourth tackle. Sorry, it is the second tackle counts for the possession. The Nigerians were offside. So 0 count. We'll restart the tackle count. And the Ghanaians will gain some good meters to restart their attack here. You can hear the Ghanaian technical team shouting out instructions to their team. Referee Johnson whistles. Mr. Ayo, consulting. The Ghanaians will retain possession. It was so Ghanaians into the red zone of the Nigerians. They'll need some very good defending here to keep their lead. First tackle of the possession. We see the second. The Ghanaians are not so far out from the try line. And the ball was lost at a crucial moment. Nigerians will get possession. There's an injured player. The medic quickly running onto the field. The Nigerians, the ball was lost forward. It was a forward pass, sorry. Mind you, in rugby league, you cannot pass the ball forward. The only way you can get the ball forward is with your feet. Some good kicking is the only way to move the ball forward. But with your hands, the ball cannot drop in front of you or be moved forward off your hands. It's a scrum. It's the Ghanaian team here. Both teams with slippery fingers. Not quite able to hold on to the ball. And the Ghanaians with a scrum in a very good position in the opposition half. It's the first tackle from the scrum. Quick ball movement there by Jacqueline. Ghanaians with the ball, she still has the ball. Referee calls 0, tackle counts. He saw something he didn't like. Ivy with the ball. The ball to Hills. Banging the ball in. She's still going. Hills still on her feet. Hills still on her feet. Referee calling for the ball area to be cleared. It is a try. The Ghanaians have the second try of the afternoon. A good response. What a game we have on our hands here. A lot of points in the early minutes of the game. Ato, the Ghanaians, it's 10-0 now. Where do we go from here?
Well, like I said, it feels like it will be the team that will be able to use their particular strategy to the best of its effect, because we've seen what the Nigerians have done. They are trying to kick and chase because they have the speed, you know, and then they are trying to use the full length of the pitch. They are trying to pass from side to side and use the wings for their attack. We look at the Ghanaians and they have the bigger people, so they are trying to man on man. The Nigerians are not a match for them, so they are trying to hit the space with the big guys on their team. So this is what the Ghanaians are employing, and you can see that that was a big woman touchdown, a big woman try there for the Ghanaian team. So far so good for both teams. What they want, the strategy that they have brought is working in a way for both of them. But I mean, for the long haul, whose idea is sustainable? Whose style of play will be sustainable? Is it the kicking and the chasing or the hitting?
So we have a cooling break here after the Ghanaians converted 2 extra points, 12 points to 10. What a game we have on our hands here. After the first quarter of play, 20 minutes into the first half, 12 points to 10, the Ghanaians lead. It is a cooling break. And both coaches will use the opportunity for a quick pep talk to try to calm their players down. As we've seen, either side have had their moments. This is a test of the character for both teams in the third and final test of this 3-game series. The Ghanaians will be looking to win this particular one, having failed to win either of the previous 2 encounters in Nigeria. Very interesting game here early on. We see Rosemary receiving treatment. Might have picked up a knock from that previous run of play where the Ghanaians played and got themselves a try and later a conversion that put them 2 points ahead in the game. We see both coaches issuing out instructions of what they want their teams to do for the remainder of at least the first half. Could hear the Ghanaian manager in particular trying to motivate his players to stay in the game. The 1-minute cooling break is over, and we'll restart the game from the middle of the park where the Nigerians will kick to the Ghanaians, having conceded 6 points in that previous play. The Nigerians failing to convert after one of their tries, and so they come up with just 10 points on the 20-minute mark of the game, whereas the Ghanaians are up by 12, having successfully converted after both tries. (12-10) the scoreline. Ghanaians failing to grab that particular ball from kickoff. And so the Nigerians quickly dip into the Ghanaian half. Okay, so Umude Blessing and Alede Yelu Blessing coming up with tries for the Nigerians. Double blessings for the Nigerians. But they still trail to the Ghanaian side, who need some good defending to hold their lead. Looking to spread the play to the far side. Referee Johnson Consultant Chris Dagama. Looks as if there'll be a change in possession. He saw something and is drawing Mr. Ayo's attention. So the Nigerians maintain possession. Still in the danger zone of the Ghanaians. Nigerians with a good scrum position here. We'll have to redo the scrum because there's some illegal play after the ball was out. Scrum is broken. Referee will have a word with both teams. The ball is quickly out of the scrum. And the Nigerians get a response. It's the first tackle of the possession after the scrum. The Ghanaians need to defend well here. The Nigerians moving the ball quickly. She holds on to that one. Last stage defending. But the referee whistles. So possession is turned over after some good defending, forcing the arrow. And the Ghanaians will now have a chance to get a ball out of their defensive zone. Move upfield and try to increase their advantage. The referee calls play back. The ball is out. First tackle on the possession. The Ghanaians with the ball here. Exploiting the space down the right hand side. The Nigerians the referee has brought the game to a halt, blowing his whistle. Both teams need to be careful, issuing a stern warning. Possession is turned over. You cannot do that. Some legs in there. So penalty to the Nigerian rugby league team. The Ghanaians will have to defend again. Constantly defending in the last few minutes since the cooling break. They've not really been able. It's another penalty. It's another penalty to Nigeria not releasing. So some legs in there and the Nigerians will turn over possession. The third and final test of the 3-game series or 3-test series. The Ghanaians with the ball. Some good tackling there. The first tackle of the possession. The referee having a talk with both teams. Saw something he didn't like. And the Ghanaians will continue. So time was called off and he heard the referee alert the timekeepers to So, tackle 3. Still looking to exploit the same side. Seems to have picked up an injury there. She seems to have picked up an injury after going into contact there. The noise we hear here is from the away bench. Also try to edge on their team to get back into the game. They currently trail by 2 points. So the game will restart. So that is the third tackle of the possession. The ball lost at a crucial moment. Possession turned over. Play on, however, the referee hasn't whistled. Advantage Nigeria. That was a big tackle by Hills. Nigerians moving the ball quickly towards the left side. And the ball is knocked on. Play will be called back. Play will be called back. It's a knock-on against Nigeria. Both teams still with slippery fingers deep into the first half. Kwamina, things seem to have cooled down from the scoring perspective, but then the crisis of ball handling continues.
Well, it seems both teams have gone wiser to the strategy that the opposition are using. The Ghanaians are trying to hit, and the Nigerians are trying to get an antidote to that. The Nigerians are also trying to use the fast play, use the wings, and then the Ghanaians are slowly coming into the game, and they are being able to handle that particular strategy by the Nigerians. But so far, like you said, we've seen a lot of technical errors. You know, the technicality in this particular game has let both teams down. You know, they are not handling the ball as well as they should. Just right now, you see the Ghanaians try to employ the strategy of the Nigerians, flowing the ball to the flowing the ball laterally to the wings, but we saw that their winger knocked on at the ball. So the Ghanaians, it will be in their best interest to still continue to hit. You know, that is how they got their second try. And till the first half will come to an end, I think they should employ that particular strategy, and then slowly but surely in the second half, they might try to use a different strategy after they've talked about it in the at the break.
So hopefully we'll see a different strategy, or a little bit of tactical tweak at the end of the first, or in the second period of play. Sorry. Still a very close game here. Either team responding to whatever is being thrown at them. Keenly contested. A 2-point differential. Heading towards the end of the first half. Will we see another? So it's the first tackle of the possession. Grace Hammond is tackled for the second. She lost the ball in the process. $12 points to 10. It remains after those 4 early tries. So a majority of the game in the first half has been played in the Ghanaian half, and we'll see another possession to the Nigerians from the scrum. So it is a scrum. It's Nigeria. They opt to move the scrum to the left-hand side. So the scrum possession was turned over from the scrum again. The Ghanaians moving the ball quickly out of the scrum. So she ran out of space and out of play. The Nigerians looking to get ahead before the break. That's the second tackle of the possession for Nigeria. Dancing feet there by the Nigerians. Wiggling her way through the defense. Tackle 3 on the possession. Tackle 3 on the possession. That's tackle 4 on the possession. They need to move the ball quickly if they are to score here. Moving the ball wide. Is this a try? What is the referee saying? And so the Nigerians take the lead on the brink of halftime. 14 points to 12 is the score here. A try late on in this first half. Ato, they lead by 2 points here just before the halftime whistle. What do you make of this particular play?
This was always going to be a punch in the guts of the Ghanaians. We have seen that they have committed a lot of errors in their half, and they have allowed the Nigerians to play most of the game in their half, and it was always going to come back to bite them. And here, the Nigerians were able to take advantage of the possession that they've had in the Ghanaian half to make it count. You look at the back line of the Ghanaians, and they've been defending for so long that they got tired, and it's bound to happen. You need to make use of your attacking place. When you get the ball, you need to be able to at least pass the center line. The Ghanaians have not been able to do that so far, and now going into halftime, you have the Nigerians leading, and this coming back to the second half, they will have momentum on their side, and you playing as the home team, this is never a good omen for you.
Never a good position to be in. She fails to convert. She fails to convert, and so we remain at 14 points to 12. After a good spell of possession in the Ghanaian half, Nigerians are finally rewarded. Must say a well-deserved lead, given the sequence of play that we've seen since the Ghanaians scored the last try. Okay, so the Nigerians will collect from kickoff, wiggling her way through that defense, but she's immediately stopped by Elizabeth Adongo, moving the ball quickly to the right side, almost losing out on it there. Ball drop, but possession remains with the Ghanaians' advantage, says the referee. The Ghanaians looking for a quick response before the halftime whistle. She lost the ball in contact there, but the referee pulls play back. Will contact his assistant, John Bless Mensah. And so, illegal ripping of the ball there. So Ghanaians will maintain possession and should be looking to make the most of this attacking position before the halftime whistle goes. So the ball is out of the scrum. Ghanaians exploiting the right-hand side of attack. Is this a try? What a response. What a response by the home team. Up by 2 points again. 16 points to 14 is the score. What a game we have here. Give and take, end-to-end action. Ato, given the way the game is going, I can't confidently say that the Ghanaians are relying on the counter-attack if it was a soccer game. End-to-end stuff, looking to defend, and then pouncing when the opportunity opens up and the opposition defends.
So far, the Ghanaians are showing that they are here to play and to win. You know, they are trying to, like you said, get a response after they lost when they went to Nigeria. So you can see from their play that they are making use of every little opportunity that they have, because so far we've played most of the game in their half, and the Nigerians have played most of the game in their half, and the Ghanaians have just made, you know, I would say the most use of their chances, because the Nigerians have had a lot of chances, but they've not been able to put the game to bed. Because you look at the type of possessions they've had and the type of game that the Nigerians have played so far, they should be comfortably in the lead, but the Ghanaians have shown some sort of tenacity, and they've shown that yes, they are the ones playing at home.
Showing indeed that they are playing at home. A 14 points to 12 lead. Sorry, 16 to 14 against Nigeria. In a thrilling first half here. Anytime soon, we should hear the halftime whistle. A good response just before the break. We hear the Ghanaian coach, Redek Aliba, urging his team on. Let's go, he says. The referee whistles again. So it is a knock-on and a scrum advantage to Nigeria. It's a scrum in a good attacking position for the Nigerians. So the halftime whistle goes. The Ghanaians survive that attack by the Nigerians towards the end of the half. And the home side up by 16 to 14 in a thrilling first half encounter. Atukwamna, what are your thoughts? A quick one before we take a break for the second period of the game.
So far, so good. These two teams have shown us some delightful rugby league here today. You know, we have been thoroughly entertained amidst the mistakes, the technicalities, and then the tenacity of both teams. And you know, like you said, they have been going head to head from right when it started. The Ghanaians scoring quickly, I think in the second minute. The Nigerians responding very, very quickly, and it has gone back and forth. The lead has changed a couple of times, about 4 times in total, and you can see that these girls are all here to battle it out. The Nigerians are not letting the Ghanaians' home advantage, you know, affect them so much. They are playing like they are the home side. They are playing a lot in the Ghanaians' half. The Ghanaians have also defended stoutly, and I think slowly that is wearing them down. But looking at this particular game, you can see that the Ghanaians have not made much use of the space. They've used a lot of the hitting, the Ghanaians, but we have the Nigerians, and they have used a lot of the kicking, and then a lot of the passing, the flowing the ball, and that is how they can win the game, because looking at their size, they don't have the really big guys.
They do not have big players to match up head on with the Ghanaians, but have devised their own skill, and it's quite worked out. Either team making it the most of their chances, but I must say the Ghanaians with fewer chances quite deservingly have the lead at halftime in a thrilling first half encounter. $16 points to 14, advantage Ghana. There's a scoreline here. It's the Ghanaians on the first attacking play. Another player goes down in pain. Seems to me like a head injury. Quite a number of injuries here at the start of the second half. No points scored yet. As of now, the Nigerians, the dominant side at the start of the second half. And most parts or most action has taken place in the Ghanaian defensive half. As we left off in the first half. But no changes to the scoreline yet. Hills banging in the ball. Ball is played. Hammond. Grace Hammond. So the ball is offloaded. That was a dominant tackle there. Fought tackle, and the Ghanaians still deep in their own half. Rose, Elizabeth, looking to hand off there. Nice ball movements there. Thick tackle. It brings them close to the halfway line. Elizabeth Adongo drops the ball at a crucial point. Possession is turned over. The Nigerians with the ball. 0 count. Signals. Referee Johnson Ayo. Some fans are agitated here. It is a heated game right here. We're taking off where we left off. We're continuing where we left off in the first half. Nigerians maintain possession. The Nigerians held. Second tackle of the possession. The Nigerians, they keep knocking on the door. Can they convert this time? Can they score? They keep knocking on the door. They keep knocking on the door. Can they exploit the space? She opts to go right. Dominant tackle there. The referee brings the game to a halt. Atokwamina, so far so good. We're kicking off where the first half ended. End-to-end stuff. As usual, the Ghanaians were doing most of the defending. What do you take of? What do you make of what we've seen so far? I mean, the Nigerians keep knocking on the door. They're moving the ball quicker. The Ghanaians are also defending for their lives here. I mean, we saw some good defending to stop a certain try there. And now they're almost all the time wasting the opportunities that keep coming their way. Then, as we saw in the first half, the Ghanaians, few opportunities, but made the most of the chances they had.
The Nigerians have been knocking insistently on the doors of the Ghanaian defense, but thus far they have been able to put up a stand. But I mean, if they allow the Nigerians to continue to play in their half, I mean, they can only be counting the hours before, counting the minutes before the Nigerians actually make a meaningful incursion into their try area. Because, look, the Nigerians are very good technically in passing the ball. So if you keep on giving the chance, if you keep on giving them the space to be able to play the ball, and you don't defend, because you can see the Ghanaians, they are not, they are making a lot of mistakes. You know, the referee keeps counting zero. You know, then you keep on defending for your life until you make use of the ball when you get it. The Ghanaians are not doing that thus far.
They're making the most of the possession they've had so far. The farthest they moved was only a few meters shy of the halfway line. So the Ghanaians, she lost the ball again in her defensive zone. And now another opportunity for the Nigerians to come at the Ghanaians. It's only a matter of time. You do sense it. Is this it? She lost the ball at a crucial time. Atokwamina. We see mistakes kicking in. We saw some mistakes in the first half, but would you attribute it to fatigue at this point in the game?
I mean, at this point in time, you can only attribute it to fatigue, and maybe you can just say maybe the weather is playing a part in it as well. The weather has been dry for some time now, and probably it's taking a toll. Then it will probably take a toll. It's taking a big toll on these players so far. But so far they have handled it, and I hope that they'll be able to handle it to the end of the game. But you can see, like you said, you can see mistakes creeping into their game slowly. A lot of drop balls, a lot of missed tackles, a lot of missed passes too as well. But they need to be able to stand firm at this point and play a beautiful game.
Okay, so Ghanaians with a scrum to their advantage, deep into their own half. Can they hold on to the lead? 16 points to 14. 16 points to 14. As we were in the first half, as the second test game ended in favor of the Nigerians, the tables have turned in favor of the Ghanaians up to this point in the game. Will they hold on? So the Nigerians will be looking to effect a substitution. Looking to effect some changes. Bring on some fresh legs. Ghanaians with a scrum advantage, deep in their own half. (16 points to 14). The hosts lead. Can they hold on? It's been a strong start to the second half by the Nigerians. Only missing out by some sloppy offensive play, some sloppy handling of the ball, slippery hands. Elizabeth Adongo, some miscommunication there. The Nigerians, quick feet there. Oh, beautiful feet, wiggling her way through. But she stopped. Referee calls for held. Referee calls for held. Early in the day. In two games leading up to this matchup, we saw the Ghanaian Rugby League Men's Championship, the 13th championship kickoff, and the Nigerians have scored. They've scored. It's a 2-point lead for the Nigerians. 18 points to 16. 18 points to 16. Nigerians have scored 4 times. She converts. 20 points to 16. (20 points to 16 in favor of the Nigerians. They equal the biggest lead they've had in the game. The biggest was a 6-point differential where Ghana scored and converted in the opening minutes of the first half. (20 points to 16. Do the Ghanaians have a response? What do they have left in them? Oh, beautiful feet there. Moving through the defense. Good tackling there by Ivy. The Nigerians, that's 0 counts. The referee saw something he didn't like. We restart the set. The referee whistles. Wheeling. Illegal tackling there by the Ghanaian. Penalty to Nigeria. On the far side. She quickly taps the ball. Still on the right side of attack. Looking to exploit the left side of the Ghanaian defense. But they've cut into the field and now towards the middle, moving the ball with some beautiful hands here. The Nigerians, can she evade the defender? She does. Steps back in quickly, looking to take her out. But she's brought down. It's the first tackle of possession. The Nigerian who come moving the ball back in to the right. The Nigerians keep knocking on the door. Can she score? Can she score? Can they exploit the Ghanaian defense? Looking to go right, change back to the left side. Some good defending there by the Ghanaians. High tackle, says the referee, 6 more. The Nigerians, they keep knocking on the door. Can they convert? So that's the first tackle. They keep banging on the door. They keep banging on the door. She goes back to the right. Desperate defending here by the Ghanaians. She goes left. Okay. She lost the ball in contact there. An opportunity. Grace falls over. Unable to reach that ball. But they lose meters back. The referee whistles. What's the call here? Another high tackle. Desperate defending. The referee will consult. Mr. Ayo will consult. Dagama. It's a 1 minute cooling break that we'll have here. Atokwabena 20 points to 16. The Nigerians have been the stronger side since the start of the second half, and deservedly they got a try to reward their efforts. They later converted, and now it's a 4 points lead that they do have. It's a cooling break, a time for a pep talk for both coaches to try to get their teams level-headed, and then the Ghanaians will be looking to get back into the game, whereas the Nigerians, they are still very much in the game, although they are defending so desperately in the last 10 minutes or so, and then the Nigerians enjoying themselves with some good spell of possession, although they're unable to punish the mistakes, the defensive errors that the Ghanaians are making. Where do you think this game goes from here?
I would say this second half is not so different from the first half. We just had the Ghanaians making use of the little possession that they had in the first half, because largely in the first half we saw the Nigerians play I would say a better game, and they had possession of the ball for longer. In the second half we've seen the same thing, and then the Ghanaians keep making mistakes in their red zone. They keep allowing the Nigerians into their red zone, and these Nigerians are skilled. They are very technically adept. So if you give them the chance, first, if you give them 1, 2, 3 chances, they'll certainly take one of those chances and make it count. And you can see that is what is happening. And because the Ghanaians are defending throughout this first half, they are looking very fatigued. The second half, they are looking very fatigued. And then, as you know, the ball is faster than the man. So the Nigerians who are making better use of the ball have the advantage. The Ghanaians are not able to hit so much because now their big guys are tired. So then they have to find another way. But this is a test to them, and a test for this Ghanaian team, if they can come out of the trenches and make sure that they are able to do something after the cooling break. Because you look at them and already it looks as if some heads are down. But then I feel like maybe the coaches have to now. This is a time for the coaches. This is a time for the coaches to be able to effect some changes that will affect this particular game.
Let's see what response the Ghanaians have to this particular situation. How do they respond? As the old saying goes, the best form of defense is to attack. The Nigerians are doing that. Can the Ghanaians come back on home soil? Can they give the home support something to smile about? It's still very close. Don't get this wrong. It's just 4 points from tying the game. A try, and they're back in this. So the cooling break is over. Very dry weather conditions here. So the Nigerians restart the game with having possession. The Nigerians, the Ghanaians seem energized coming out of the cooling break. Sorry, a bit more aggressive defending there. The ball is intercepted, but she knocked it down. The Nigerians with an advantage. 0 tackle count. The ball is offloaded. The Nigerians moving the ball to the right-hand side of the attack. A scoring opportunity, wiggling her way through the defense. And finally, another try for the Nigerians. It was only a matter of time. They are rewarded for their efforts. 24 points to 16. They increased their lead. The Nigerians even more energized than before. You hear shouts of a 0-0 scoreline. Almost converted that one, but just off the post. 24 points to 16. 24 points to 16. We'll restart the game here. The Ghanaians will kick off to the Nigerians. Haven't conceded a second try of the second half. So, the Ghanaians looking to get a response here. Ghanaians another ball lost at a crucial moment for Ghana, and the attacking woes continue. Ato, deep into the second half, Ghana has not been able to string a sequence of plays together in the Nigerian half.
Well, the Ghanaian solution to the Nigerian defense has been to hit. But then at this point in time, I mentioned earlier that the Ghanaians are really, really tired because they've been defending the whole of the second half. They've been defending. So at this point in time, they should allow the ball to work. They need to allow the ball to work. When they are attacking, they are not stepping enough. They are off, caught flat-footed. When you don't have enough space in front of you, how can you actually make a hit? How can you make the ball work for you? And that is the problem for the Ghanaians right now. The Nigerians are energized because they have momentum on their side. So you need to affect the play. You need to do something at this point in time to make sure that you keep yourself in the game, because at 24 to 14, at this point, you need to really do something. 24 to 16, you need to really do something. And this sequence of play clearly shows that the Nigerians are trying.
And so, possession was turned over there. The ball lost by the Nigerians in contact. And then now, the Ghanaians will have a chance to attack here. Do the Ghanaians have what it takes to come back in the final test of this 3-game series? You consider 2 tries in the second half. A trail by 8 points. They trail by 8 points. Ghanaians moving the ball quickly, looking to exploit the left-hand side. Looking to attack through the left. Advantage Nigeria. She steps back in. The referee whistles. Obstruction. So scrum advantage. Ghana do have another opportunity to attack with a penalty called in their favor. So Taco 1 on the possession. She decides to go back to where the ball came from. That's the left-hand side of attack. Nigerians caught on the back foot for literally the first time in the game, or in the second half, I should say. The Ghanaians looking to attack here. High tackle called, another penalty for Ghana. 0 tackle count. They keep knocking on the door. They keep knocking on the door. Do they have a response in them? The Nigerians defending desperately. It is a try. Ghana do have a try here. 24 points to 20. Advantage Nigeria. Can they convert for 2 extra points? We are up for a dramatic finish here. Dramatic finish here. 24 points to 20. Can she cut down the deficit by 2 more? Can she cut down the deficit by 2 more? Dramatic ending to a game that's been thrilling from the onset. Unfortunately, she doesn't. 24 points to 20 remains. Mind you, the hosts need a conversion and a try. The hosts need a conversion and a try to win this. Atokwamena, an opportunity to cut it down to a one scoring game has been squandered there. It was in a good kicking position, but she failed to make the most of it. Do you think that the Ghanaians have what it takes to get back into the game?
Certainly, the Ghanaians have what it takes to get back into the game, because we saw what they did there in getting their try, and we've seen that both teams have mistakes in them, you know. So if you're able to force the issue and you're able to force the mistake for the other side, and you're able to capitalize on it, it's not about just forcing the mistakes, it's about being able to capitalize on that particular mistake, you know, then that is when you have an opportunity to win the game. But I mean, it's not all lost yet. They have about 4 points to make up. They can still, I mean, if they are able to get another try, they would have the game all square. But then it would have been a great opportunity for them if they had gotten that conversion.
So what can the Ghanaians do now? Dynamics of the game. She offloads that ball. They still have possession. Dramatic ending here. Against the run of play, Ghana getting on the score sheet towards the end of the second half. They opt to go back left. They opt to go back left. Do they have what it takes? The Nigerians defending. Tackle 4. Do they have what it takes? Moving the ball. Good defending there by the Nigerians. Fifth and last tackle. The Ghanaians still in their own half. What's the referee going to say here? He's whistled, but the game to a halt. He calls for a knock-on in favor of Nigeria. Can the Nigerians hold on? They do have a 4-point lead. They do have a 4-point lead. Moving the ball right. Can they put the nail in the coffin? Can they end their hopes? Can they end their hopes? And that is the nail in the coffin of the Ghanaians. They look to get back into the game late on. And the Nigerians, mine oh mine. What a play there to end all hopes of a comeback by the Ghanaian team. Atukwamina, I think this should be it, barring any surprises.
It seems like that was, like you said, the nail in the coffin of the Ghanaians. But the Ghanaians would like to retain some sort of hope. But looking at the way they are playing, it doesn't really look like. I mean, their heads are all down at this point in time. It doesn't look like they have the belief that they will be able to summon this mountain that is in front of them. But kudos to the Nigerians. They've played a very, very good game here today. They've been able to take the chances that they've made, and they have created chances out of nothing for themselves. The Ghanaians have not been able to take their chances, and it has been a game of chances for them because, like you said, in the opening half, it was a whole lot of exchanges, left, right, you know, and it went. That was how it has been the whole of the game until late into the second half. I don't know if it was fatigue on the side of the Ghanaians, but then the Nigerians have been able to, you know, stretch their lead on their Ghanaians, and it seems as if these Ghanaian ladies who have put up a great fight here will not be able to stand that test of time here.
30 points to 20 in favor of Nigeria, ending all hopes of a comeback here. Five more minutes to the end of the game. The host nation down by 10. They do need 2 tries and conversions to win the game. Nigerians so the Nigerians will effect some changes to their lineup. 30 points to 20 they lead. They came here energized, kept on knocking on the door. The Ghanaians seemed like they were never going to break down. At a point, they lost it and conceded some points. And now, they trail by 10 points with less than 5 minutes left in the final test of this 3-game series. Referee Ayo signals for a high tackle penalty to Nigeria. The kick for touch isn't successful, and the Ghanaians with possession now. That's the first tackle for the possession. A big hit there. She's still going, yet to be brought down. Tackle 2. Calls referee Johnson. The Ghanaians moving the ball to the right, looking to exploit their space. She still has possession. Tackle 4. Tackle 4. What can the Ghanaians do here? Looking for some quick hands here. She was looking to offload. She was looking to offload. They kicked. And the Nigerians collect that one. Held. Tackle 1 on the possession for Nigeria. She was looking to offload. Ball went back. They keep possession. There's an injury here. Injury here. We do have an injury timeout here. So early in the day, we saw the men's championship, the Ghanaian men's championship kickoff. Bulls and Panthers with victories in their season openers. Bulls with a 14-4 win over Nungwa Tigers. And then later, we saw Panthers run away with a win against Accra Majestics, who returned to the league after a year of absence. Nigeria still in possession. Looking to hold on to the ball in the last minutes of this game. Three minutes more to go. And Nigeria is looking to go back. Moving the ball. Running through the Ghanaian defense there. Mind you, still Nigeria leading by 30 points to 20. Here in the final minutes of the second half. And if it does stay like this, they will have recorded a 3-0 series victory over their Ghanaian rivals. These two West African neighbors certainly are no strangers to one another. The Ghanaians with possession now. Ball lost in contact there, but they managed to keep possession. Big hits coming in towards the end of the game. Towards the end of the game, we see much more energy from the Nigerians. And referee Johnson Ayo whistles to signal the end of the third and final game and the close of the series. Atukwamina is 3 wins in a row for Nigeria. 30 points to 10. It looked close in the beginning. So 30 points to 20. Yes, sorry. It looked close in the beginning, but in the second half, they ran away with it.
Not to discount what the Ghanaians have done. The Ghanaians put up a great fight today. They played a game of guts here on their home soil, and clearly the Nigerians were the superior side from the beginning. They made there was a loss of concentration in the beginning, which allowed the Ghanaians to score their very first try, which boosted them. But the game had I mean, a lot of chances for the Nigerians to, take the lead and, widen that particular lead, but they were unable to do so after playing most of the game in the Ghanaian half. The Ghanaians defended resolutely, but I mean, it was only a matter of time before the swiftness of the Nigerians broke down the Ghanaians, and from there was no turning back for the Nigerians, and they made their chances count from them.
So, although the scoreline does not tell the full story, I mean, we have said that in the initial stages it was close, back and forth in the first half, thrilling first half, high scoring first half. I mean, the intensity dropped a bit in the second half. I mean, the Ghanaians looked a bit tired towards the middle of the second half. So where do you think we're going from here? I mean, there's literally like the first international appearance for the Ghanaian female national team. I mean, we saw the males. They played out each other. I mean, they've met in MEA finals. I mean, the semi-finals, and then in the finals. I mean, 2 years ago here in Ghana. What do you think the future holds for these ladies?
I think the future is very, very bright for these ladies, because until the latter stages of the second half, they played a very good game and they were on par. At times, they led this very good Nigerian side. And like you said, this Nigerian side is a side which is more experienced than this Ghanaian side. This Ghanaian side has only their third international match. But we have seen the Nigerians who have been in the competition for some time now, and then they have the experience on their side. But unluckily for the Ghanaians, they lost some key players to injuries as well. The scorer of the first try for them, Cynthia, she, after scoring that try, went out and could not return to the game. And of course, this was a player who could, create an impact on this team. But unfortunately, they had to climb that mountain without one of their talismans. But I mean, we can't make excuses for this team. The mark of a good team is to have adequate replacements at every position, you understand? So for them to even come here and to get to score 20 points on this Nigerian team, because they went to Nigeria and then Nigeria scored them 44. In the second match, Nigeria scored them 16. They were able to score 14. And it has, in the background, you can hear the joyous celebrations of the Nigerians. And they are very happy to get a win here in Ghana, doing the haka. Joyous celebrations from the Nigerians. So yes, I mean, I don't think the gap here today was so much, but like I said earlier, technically it wasn't so much, but I think the mistakes killed the Ghanaians, and they were left defending for their lives at every point in time. And I think that, I mean, it was only a matter of time before the Nigerians found a way, and yes, they did find a way. But kudos to this Ghanaian team. They have done really, really well. They might have put on a better showing than a lot of people even expected. And they should always hold their heads up high. They are a good team. And I mean, there's always the only place to go is up from here.
The only place to go is up from here. Thank you very much for joining me in commentary position. Atokwamina, myself, I've been Osei Akuto, giving you commentary from the games we played early in the day up until this point, and then we can see the Nigerian ladies celebrating their well-deserved victory here. And until next time, do enjoy yourselves, and then looking forward to meeting you some other time.